Welcome back everybody, my name's Nick930 and tonight marks the second day in the biggest event in all of gaming, E3 2018. For tonight's video, we're going to briefly look at all of Bethesda's big announcements on stage, so you guys can stay up to date on all the latest coming out of E3. And I thought it would be hard to beat Microsoft's superb presentation earlier today, but Bethesda knocked it out of the park with every single announcement you could expect from this publisher. They kicked off the conference with Andrew CK performing Get Ready to Die, which is a song I actually remember from an old 2003 Warped Tour CD I have, and I always thought it was a pretty sweet song. But evidently the audience have different tastes in music. But anyway, Bethesda hired this band to perform their song because it's apparently the anthem for their new open-world shooter, Rage 2. And unlike the first game, Rage 2 will not be made only by id Software, but also Avalanche Studios, the guys behind the insane open-world action game Just Cause. Based on the footage they showed, Rage 2 will be bigger, more colorful, and more fun than the previous game, but will still retain the franchise's signature style, including the cool boomerang weapon and that awesome shooter gameplay we've come to expect from id Software. Also, big props to Pete Hine for calling out Walmart Canada for spoiling the game's announcement with a leak. Bethesda also poked fun at themselves quite a bit throughout the conference, and it was refreshing, especially after a conference like EA Games. They then had the lead developer for Elder Scrolls Online come out and talk about the recently released Somerset expansion to the MMORPG game, and he also detailed future content still yet to come. There was a CGI trailer that confirmed the existence of a Doom sequel named Doom Eternal, which is exactly what we wanted, hell on earth. And according to Bethesda, this Doom will feature twice the variety in enemy types, which is pretty surprising considering how faithfully Doom 2016 was to the original game. They then spent some time talking about Quake Champions and detailed how it would be free to download and try out this week, and if you do download it this week, you get to keep a copy permanently. Arcane Studios came out and talked about Prey and a brand new expansion called Moon Crash, which features a procedurally generated challenge mode with a unique experience every time you play. They also talked briefly about a competitive asymmetrical multiplayer mode coming to the game that pits a player against 4 mimic players, meaning you and your friends can attack people as basketballs and coffee mugs. It's a pretty cool idea and I can't wait to try that out. Machine Games came up and detailed a new cooperative standalone Wolfenstein game that features BJ's twin daughters in the 1980s slaughtering Nazis. And finally, Todd Howard came out and detailed that Fallout 76 is indeed a multiplayer game and will feature cooperative play in addition to PvP. The world will be run on dedicated Bethesda servers, and the experience won't cram hundreds of players in at once, but instead a few dozen to make the game world feel more believable, and probably put less load on the servers, I'm sure. You can also build settlements anywhere you want, and you can even secure nuclear missile silos and send massive nuclear bombs at your friends or your enemies. It looks insanely ambitious, and I'm very surprised Bethesda is going through with this. They did confirm you can play the game entirely single player if you want. Fallout 76 is coming November 14th, 2018, and beta signups are available on Bethesda.net now. After the huge Fallout news, Todd talked about the new mobile Elder Scrolls game called Elder Scrolls Blade, which features console-style graphics on a mobile screen. He also briefly mentioned Typhon Hunter for Prey and Wolfenstein Cyberpilot will be new VR experiences, but didn't go into detail on these, which was probably a smart move considering how much time they wasted last year on VR. He also briefly talked about Fallout Shelter, and that it's now available on both PS4 and Nintendo Switch today for free. Howard then showed a teaser for their upcoming project Starfield, the first brand new IP for Bethesda Softworks in over 2 decades. And if that wasn't enough, he then confirmed that they're working on Elder Scrolls 6, and showed a brief teaser trailer with a large wide-angle shot of the world we'll be exploring. Insanely good E3 conference for both Microsoft and Bethesda, significantly better than last year. Tons of great games were announced, and I absolutely can't wait to try them all. But what do you guys think? Which announcements have you the most excited? Let me know in the comment section, and do not forget to like and subscribe for more videos of E3 all this week.